For decades, Boeing and Airbus have ruled the skies, dominating the world's commercial aviation industry with their advanced technology, global reach, and decades of experience. These two giants have set the standards for safety, efficiency, and innovation, shaping how people and goods move across continents. They've set the pace and price of global aviation, leaving little room for new challengers to break into the market. Their aircraft are the backbone of airlines everywhere, connecting cities and countries in a tightly woven network. But now, China is making its move with the C919, a sleek, single-aisle jet that's more than just a new plane. It represents a bold step forward for the nation's aviation industry, signaling a desire to compete on the world stage. It's a symbol of national ambition and technological progress, embodying years of research, investment, and determination to catch up with, and eventually rival, the West. Developed by state-owned COMAC, the C919 is the flagship of China's Made in China 2025 strategy, aiming to shift the country from low-cost manufacturing to high-tech leadership. This ambitious initiative seeks to transform China into a powerhouse of innovation, with the C919 as a shining example. The C919 targets the same lucrative market as the Airbus A320neo and Boeing 737 MAX, carrying up to 192 passengers. It's designed to offer airlines a competitive alternative, promising efficiency, comfort, and reliability. Its development has been long and challenging, marked by technical hurdles, regulatory scrutiny, and the need to build a domestic supply chain from scratch. But its success could reduce China's reliance on foreign aircraft and foster a new ecosystem of domestic suppliers, creating opportunities for countless local businesses. For China, mastering commercial aviation is about more than business. It's about prestige, technological independence, and global influence. The C919's debut at international air shows is a clear message. China is ready to compete. The C919 is engineered to compete head-to-head with Western giants, signaling China's intent to challenge the established order and reshape the future of aviation. If successful, it will create high-skilled jobs, drive innovation, and elevate China's status on the world stage. It will inspire a new generation of engineers and entrepreneurs, fueling further advances in science and technology. The C919 isn't just a plane, it's China's ticket to the top tier of global aviation, and a bold statement that the country is ready to soar higher than ever before. China's aviation ambitions are supercharged by a strategic partnership with Russia. Russia brings decades of aerospace expertise, helping China bridge critical technological gaps, especially in jet engine development. While early C919s use Western engines, China's long-term goal is self-sufficiency, and Russian know-how is key to that transition. This partnership is a hedge against Western sanctions, ensuring the C919 project can survive even if cut off from Western technology. The alliance is more than technical, it's geopolitical, forming a new axis of innovation outside Western control. By pooling resources, China and Russia can challenge the duopoly more effectively than either could alone. For the C919, Russian support means faster progress and a stronger shot at global competitiveness. This isn't just about building a jet, it's about building a new block in global aviation. The C919's true international debut came at the 2025 Dubai Air Show, a global stage where the world's most advanced aircraft and ambitious manufacturers gather to compete for attention. For COMAC, this was more than just another air show, it was a pivotal moment to introduce China's homegrown jetliner to a global audience, under the bright lights of one of aviation's most prestigious events. COMAC's demonstration flight was more than a technical showcase, it was a bold statement that China is ready to compete. The C919 soared gracefully, its performance meticulously choreographed to highlight both its engineering prowess and the confidence of its pilots. Dubai's air show attracts the world's top airlines, especially from fast-growing markets in Asia, Africa, and the Middle East. Decision-makers from every corner of the globe come here to scout the next big thing in aviation, making it the perfect venue for COMAC to make its mark. The C919's flawless flight turned heads, signaling a credible new challenger to the Airbus-Boeing duopoly. Spectators watched in awe as the jet executed its maneuvers, and industry insiders began to take notice of this rising contender. For years, Dubai was a battleground for Western giants. The rivalry between Boeing and Airbus has long dominated the conversation, with each unveiling their latest innovations to win over airlines and investors. Now, a third player has entered the fray. The C919's presence alongside established Western models sent a powerful message. The global market is evolving, and new competitors are ready to challenge the status quo. The debut generated buzz and gave airlines a glimpse of a future with more choice and competition. Media coverage was intense, and industry analysts speculated about how the C919 might reshape the commercial aviation landscape. China's presence at Dubai was about more than sales. It was a projection of technological confidence and soft power. The Chinese delegation engaged with international partners, signaling a willingness to collaborate and innovate on the world stage. The C919's flight over the desert marked the start of a new era in commercial aviation. It was a symbolic crossing of boundaries, both geographic and technological, as China's ambitions took flight in the heart of the Middle East. The world was watching, and the message was clear. China is ready to fly, and the future of aviation just got a lot more interesting. The C919's Dubai debut, backed by Russia, sent shockwaves through Europe. For the EU, home to Airbus, this isn't just commercial rivalry, it's a strategic threat. European officials fear state-backed competition from COMAC, which can operate without the same commercial pressures as Airbus. The Sino-Russian partnership adds to the anxiety, creating an alternative ecosystem immune to Western sanctions. The C919 is seen as the flagship of a broader geopolitical alignment aimed at reducing Western influence. Europe is now debating how to respond, whether through industrial policy, trade tools, or regulatory barriers. The C919's arrival is a wake-up call. Europe's dominance in aviation is no longer guaranteed. The challenge is both commercial and strategic, forcing Europe to rethink its next move. Despite its strong debut, the C919 faces a major hurdle: Western certification. Without approval from the FAA or EASA, the jet can't enter the world's most lucrative markets. Certification is a rigorous, years-long process, requiring transparency and strict adherence to safety standards. For COMAC, this means a long wait and a tough climb to win trust outside China. Until then, the C919 is largely confined to China and select markets willing to accept Chinese certification. This regulatory paper wall protects Airbus and Boeing, buying them time to innovate and respond. COMAC is working to meet international standards, but political and technical obstacles remain. The path to global acceptance is slow, but the C919's presence is already shifting the industry's balance. Airlines worldwide are watching the C919 with growing interest, not just for its competitive price tag, but also as a much-needed relief from the massive Airbus-Boeing backlog that's been plaguing the industry for years. The emergence of a new player is shaking up the status quo. Both Western giants are struggling with persistent production delays and ongoing supply chain woes, leaving airlines waiting years, sometimes even longer than expected, for new jets to join their fleets. This bottleneck is causing frustration and uncertainty for carriers trying to expand or modernize. This challenging environment has created a unique window of opportunity for COMAC, especially in fast-growing markets across Asia, Africa, and the Middle East, where demand for air travel is surging and airlines are eager for alternatives. Airlines in these regions need new planes now, not years down the line, and the C919 offers a much faster delivery timeline, allowing them to keep up with rising passenger numbers and route expansions. Malaysian carriers, for example, are already eyeing the C919 as a way to bypass Western delays and secure the aircraft they need to stay competitive in a rapidly evolving market. Even airlines that don't plan to buy the C919 are using its existence as a powerful bargaining chip in negotiations with Airbus and Boeing, pushing for better prices, faster deliveries, and improved service. The arrival of a credible third supplier finally gives airlines more bargaining power and flexibility, breaking the long-standing duopoly and opening up new possibilities for fleet planning. The C919 is tilting the balance of power back toward buyers, making the market more dynamic and encouraging innovation and competition among manufacturers. For airlines, more choice means better deals, greater flexibility, and a more competitive future, one where they can finally take control of their own growth and destiny. The C919 is just one piece of a broader China-Russia partnership that spans economics, politics, and military cooperation. Their growing alignment is reshaping global alliances and unsettling the West. Joint military exercises and coordinated diplomacy signal a willingness to challenge US-led dominance. This partnership is about more than commerce. It's about building technological sovereignty and reducing vulnerability to Western pressure. Projects like the C919 are strategic moves in a larger contest for global influence. The West is responding with new trade deals and deeper alliances, but the China-Russia axis is gaining momentum. The teamwork on the C919 is a symbol of this new strategic convergence. The world is witnessing the rise of a powerful bloc, redrawing the map of global power. The C919's roar over Dubai signals a new era in aviation, a challenge to the long-standing Boeing-Airbus duopoly. Backed by Chinese industry and Russian technology, COMAC is poised to capture growing markets in Asia, Africa, and Latin America. The C919's success will pave the way for future models, further eroding Western market share. Europe and the US must now invest, innovate, and defend their positions in a more contested landscape. The competition is no longer just commercial. It's a clash of economic and political systems. Airlines will face choices with geopolitical implications as alliances shift and new ecosystems emerge. The rise of the C919 marks the end of the unipolar era in aviation and the start of a multipolar, uncertain future. The skies are being redrawn, and the race is just beginning.